Welcome, tourists, to another episode of Tabletop Tour Guides, where we're gobbling up each adventure. I'm one of your hosts, Drew, and I've got one of your other hosts here, John.
Hey,
Today, we're opening up the new box set for the new edition of Middle-earth strategy battle game, The War of the Rohirrim, the box set, The Battle of Edoras. It's a new box set to launch the new edition with, I believe it's Rohan versus, is it the Dunlings or the Northmen?
yeah.
John, yeah. And it's the characters and the armies from the new movie, The War of the Rohirrim, which is really cool. I haven't had a chance to go see that yet. And John,
It's on my schedule. I think Monday's my day I get to go see it. So we're recording here on Saturday, 2 days from now.
Yeah, it's the winter graduation season here, and I had plans to go see it with a friend of mine on Friday, and then he realized that he's got family graduating, so we had to bail out. So I'm rescheduling that myself. I'm excited for it. It seems like it's got pretty decent Rotten Tomato reviews, but we're not here to review the movie. We'll mention the movie. I think we're going to do an episode about War of the Rohirrim. We can talk about the movie or about the new edition of Middle-earth. We can talk about the movie then. But
sounds good.
Before we get into this, John.
Yeah, sure.
So, what are you excited for with the this box set, the new edition, any of it?
Okay, so it's been a long time since Games Workshop has done a revamp of models for Lord of the Rings. And they've done, things are just strides better in terms of the plastics and stuff like that, or their models themselves. So I'm kind of excited to see the new models and get ready to paint these things. Like the hobbying side has got me the most excited.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. We've got models that we haven't, there's either resculpts in plastics now for models that were in metal or fine cast before, or new models that are just in the newer quality for sure. Is there a model you're specifically most excited for, or do you know?
I really kind of like General Targ, who's going to be in this. Each hero has a prince version, a mounted version, and then an unmounted version. So that's just going to be cool for me to be able to paint them kind of identical, but that's kind of what I'm
poses and stuff. Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice, man. Are you? I know for those that might be listening here to us or watching this video, I'm taking the Rohan half, and you're taking the bad Rohan half.
That's right. The Dunlins.
The Dunlins. Are you planning on? I know we haven't actually had a chance to try the game out yet, but we're wanting to, and I think we're both a little excited, but also cautious, I think is a good way to put it. For the game, if things end up going right, are you thinking they'll be your main faction, or is there something else that you'd be?
Oh man, this is a hard one. So, I didn't get really into the Lord of the Rings. It wasn't a huge community for it. I'm hoping this will jumpstart a lot of things, just locally. Yeah. But I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so this is one faction I'm looking into. I'm kind of looking towards like what I want my good side faction to be. I got this bad side. I feel like you should have two, from what I understand. So,
well, yeah, I mean, even I believe Games Workshops, they don't run very many events, but all the Games Workshop events that they do run, and any of the frontline gaming events I've seen, players are encouraged to bring both a good and bad aligned army.
Okay, see, I didn't know that for that. Like I said, I'm excited to get into this. I'm hoping we can do a couple of community, local game, maybe leagues or tournament stuff to really get us up there. But yeah, I don't know what each faction's fully called. So on the good side, so I'm gonna have to take some time and kind of do my research. But
yeah, and they're changing a lot of what armies are available now too, and so a lot of armies have disappeared and changed. So yeah, you'll kind of have to make yourself familiar again with those changes.
Yeah, I'd probably be just a sucker and go with like Gondor. I mean,
Gondor's really fun.
It just seems like a fun faction to play, seeing old videos and stuff like that. So that might be my good side.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there on all that. I mean, for me, it's like if I had to piggyback off you, I'd say the model I'm actually the most excited to paint is Theoden. He's not in this set, but Theoden's one of my absolute favorite characters in all of the Lord of the Rings setting, and his model's pretty sweet. I'm also a big fan of Eowyn and Éomer. I painted an Éomer for Golden Demon a long time ago, like a couple years ago. Really, really love Rohan. I'm thankful John was kind enough to let me have the Rohan half, because Rohan is probably, I'm the opposite, as in like, well, I don't know if you said this or not, but I play the bad guys. That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
I like the bad guys. Rohan is the exception to that. I am a big Rohan fan. And so the fact that like these are new Rohan plastics, like resculpts and plastics and stuff, new Rohan characters. I may not get around to painting Theoden for a while because there are just so many War of the Rohirrim characters that are coming out first. And I don't know how the timeline stuff works in the rules for the game. Like if this is like, because currently it's the Hobbit, it's the Lord of the Rings. They're different armies. Like
right.
You can't mix and match them around. So is there going to be the War of the Rohirrim section? So I might have Rohan for Lord of the Rings, and then I'll have Rohan for War of the Rohirrim, and they might have different rules. It's totally possible. Now that's not too big of a jump where I could paint like, a couple of extra units or something, and then the army works for both. You know what I mean, right?
Right.
Yeah. Needless to say, I'm excited for Rohan. And if I had to do a bad guy army, like Rohan again being the only good army I'm really attached to, if I had to do a bad guy army, oh man, that's a hard question because there's so many I like. It would I've always been a really big fan of Saruman, and so doing like an army of Isengard with like Uruk-hai and Saruman would be really cool. Saruman's model is very cool in the game as well. But when I was first trying to get into Middle Earth like a year-ish ago, I was gonna do Mordor because you get the Witch King. But I could really honestly like I could throw a rock at evil army and end up playing it. So
I think they announced, and I could be completely wrong. Sorry people who are listening for my ignorance into this, but like a snow troll was announced recently. I think like a day or two ago, and I think that's Mordor, right? Like it was put into the Mordor faction.
I don't know who got it. It was announced a little further than a day or two ago, but it was like a snow troll and like 2 orc like handlers.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it's a Forge World model.
It
might have been unfortunate.
It might have been a while ago. I might have saw the day and thought it said December 12th, and it could have been like November 12th.
Yeah, you're good. I don't know. I think, unless there's another one, which is possible. They've been releasing some troll stuff lately as well, so it could have been that there was another troll that's been released.
Now I do know I saw yesterday though, and this was the only part where I'm like a little jealous of you taking the Rohirrim, is I saw Hera, the daughter of Helm, on the horse and stuff, and her model looks awesome to paint, and I was like, cool. I'm like, okay, I'm a little jealous about that model. That model looks amazing.
Yeah, I've been over the moon with I gotta say though, and we'll get into the box here, but in a second, but I think your heroes are cooler in the box than mine are. Like,
I could see that, yeah.
I like my infantry way more, but I like your heroes more. But we'll get into those in a second. Before we jump in, I want to take up the thing I'm the most excited for the box and edition, which is, honestly, you mentioned it a little bit as well. Like, we don't really have a community for it. I don't think it'll be very soon. I think it'll probably be like February, March-ish, maybe even after Adepticon, whenever stuff's fully out. But I'm excited to try and push this game really hard with like a league and stuff. I'll start pushing the game at the store at Unplugged immediately. Like as soon as we know how to play the rules or whatever, we can start, playing a game or two at the shop. But I'm kind of waiting for the dust to settle, because this is just the surface of the new edition, right? Is these 2 armies. They're still revamping so much more. And so between trying to push 40K again, doing like combat patrol leagues, I don't want to burn myself out on nothing, right? Like we can learn how to play and enjoy and model and paint these minis and teach people how to play and do pickup games. But as far as like any kind of like dedicated tournament and league support, I kind of want to wait for the dust to settle and then start pushing it hard, because I think
that's perfectly fine. And I agree with you. We want to wait for the dust to settle, but man, this is like, to me, I know 40K has a huge narrative. It's huge on lore, but this one's like equally matching there. We can make such a cool I don't know what we call it, but just lore guided fights between us
campaign or whatever
campaign.
narrative.
Yeah, like we're trying to take over regions.
Yeah, we could do our own War of the Ring or whatever. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man.
I'm down to try this. But
That would be
anyways,
cool. All right, so
let's get into this box.
Yeah,
Let's check this
John,
out.
you talk too much. The recording the recording is showing that even, right? When I edit all
it's
our
always
videos,
it's me all the way. I got you.
never me. Yeah.
No.
So, just like always with all our reviews, I want to take a moment to look at the box. This box is pretty sweet. I'm gonna raise my camera up just a smidge here.
The box is sweet. Now, this is gonna be my one complaint.
Maybe here we go.
In the box and what I've seen on the box, but is I love that landscape. Like you look on the back here and you see the front and you are captured by that scenery. And then I turn around and I'm like, oh man, where's all my scenery?
Yeah.
What happened here?
So the Rohan houses, literally Rohan houses, are the like we had multiple people buy the Battle of Osgiliath starter box from the last edition of the game, and that terrain is way better than this terrain. Like I don't like this isn't enough terrain to even really play on. It feels like for even the size of a game it's shown on the map.
Right. This is like the demo game, and it's like, well, what happens whenever? To me, it's like you are attacking this village. You're fighting around this village. What village has 2 houses? It's like, give me
are we on the very, very edge of the house?
Yeah.
Or the village?
How do I use terrain to my advantage or try to hide or whatever if I just have 2 pieces? You know,
right?
That's my one complaint, guys. You know, seeing the outside of the box at least. Like I see that and I'm like, oh my god, that looks awesome. Where's the gate that I'm gonna break through to Rohirrim? Like I'm gonna break through there and kill all these Rohans.
Oh man, I don't mind plugging him, but Zorbazorb is a New Zealand fellow that does tons of amazing terrain stuff for Games Workshop games, and he's very big. He got his start in Middle Earth, and he does a bunch of Middle Earth strategy battle stuff. He's doing a Helm's Deep and Edoras like to scale models,
like awesome
to the 28mm scale. Like the models look like they would look in the movie, and so he's working with Weta Workshops and everything to make sure that the sculpts and stuff are right too. So
I can't wait to see the finished product of that. That would be beautiful. Like we've been talking about in other videos and stuff. Like one project I wanted to start next year, even before I had the idea, you know, they came out with this MESBG, is I wanted to make like a Shire type of terrain map.
Well, there's a good friend of mine in Canada actually that does the terrain. Like I think it's the Terrain Studio is his socials. Sean, he did a Shire board. He made a whole Shire board for a client. They make terrain for people. So
check this thing out.
Let's see what we got here. So we got this really cool, awesome 2-foot ruler thing.
Broken 2-foot ruler. You just broke it. I can't believe you.
Yeah, I broke it for sure, man. That was my goal. Actually, I do. Let me grab some snips because I'm
curious on what that hole was.
No, it's because it's supposed to. That's why I'm taking it apart. Normally I wouldn't just start taking stuff apart, but what it does is you where's it at? You snap it.
Oh, okay.
And
interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Like, hang on, I'll see if you can. That's 13.
Yeah. All right. Well, that definitely is an interesting piece.
Hey, but look, it folds up even. That's so cool.
You know, since we're sharing this box, you get to keep that just for you, buddy.
Look at that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'll never want to use that. I'll go print my own and like make it look really Lord of the Rings themed and cool. Sorry.
Anyways, John, you're such a negative duder. So we got bases. Of course, the bases are not sorted. I wish GW would do that.
Right. It makes splitting and you know, just organizing so much nicer.
Yeah, they designed these boxes to split with people, and they've done this to where like there's barely any to none sprues that are tied to each other anymore. Because it used to be there'd be like one hero sprue, right? And there might be one, but like for the most part, like we can split this box, and well, this is all the Rohan, and this is all the Dunlings, and we're good. So
now I'm gonna be curious whenever we build this stuff if it's gonna stick to the true fashion of you have options to. I don't know Lord of the Rings.
it's not going
New
to have
stuff.
options.
It won't have options. Everything will
No.
be used.
Everything is, for the most part. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on this, but everything I've always seen with, well, you know what? The exception to that is maybe the weapons. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me.
Don't
But
listen to him,
for the
people.
most part, everything's mono-posed from any of the Lord of the Rings stuff I've ever built.
Okay.
And it's like, there might be weapon options, because I know the only reason because in the old stuff, like I've built some of the old starter stuff, there's no options. It's just literally push fit together, monopose guys. No nothing.
You just never know. GW sometimes will give you extra options on heads. They'll give you extra options on shields. You never know what you're gonna get.
Well, they might do that for the heroes. Like I think my Aramir had different heads and arms options. Like he had one without a shield, one with a helmet, one with him holding his helmet in his hand. And so one thing that they might do options for now, though, is because the weapons are different in this edition. Like they're not, like they don't have as many choices for weapons, so the choices you do get mean more.
You know what I know? I know that the sprues that you're holding are your sprues because they have shields on them, and my guys don't carry that shit.
I knew they were. There's literally shields right there. What is that?
My guys have little shields? Really?
That's a little wooden shield. Calm down.
Oh, yeah, they do. Sorry.
Wait your turn.
Man, I thought that they were just all like, we don't believe in that.
Okay, this is my horses. Okay, I'm just making sure the horses were split.
This is my horse.
Yeah, these are my horses. These are so cool, dude. Try to get these into the camera. Nice, yeah, these are great looking kits, man. These are the best. I mean, these are without a doubt the best Middle Earth strategy battle kits.
Now,
like you never.
Man, the one thing that I'm glad I don't have to worry about too much is like Aelith, his horse has that added armor all around it.
I love that.
I would probably hate painting that. I mean,
I love that.
I'm kind of worried about the shading and all that. That would infuriate me. Probably.
Nah, I want it. I want that very much because I don't like painting just a horse skin. You're your guys.
Ooh.
So it looks like we both are getting like a set of archers and a set of infantry. But like it's like 2-to-1 almost, right? Like there's a few archers and then there's like a handful of infantry guys.
Right.
These are cool, dude. Honestly, like I bet these guys take really well to slap chop.
You know what? I might actually try slap chopping one or two just to see how they come out, and then
because it's all like furs and stuff, and slap chop does that like texturing effect, you know? Yeah, you got little wooden shields right there.
Yeah, for some reason I really thought we didn't have shields. I thought like,
I mean, I don't know if I'd call that really a shield, but
yeah, it's not. It's not a real shield.
Dude, it's gonna be so fun cutting your guys down because they're wearing like cloth and wooden shields.
Yeah.
My army's way better.
No, whatever. Yeah. You can believe what you want. My cloth and stuff. I'll think of a theme for them. I'll like that Whataburger type of thing I saw before.
Oh no! The Legion, Whataburger Legion.
Right.
God, that's so.
Seeing that, I was just like, that's great advertisement because now I want that burger.
Right. Yeah. Well, here are your heroes, General Targ and this other guy, Wolf.
Yeah.
I don't even Hama and Helm. I think are my guys.
Yeah. I don't know.
Aelith,
Hama.
Okay. Aelith. I know it's Hama and somebody, but Aelith. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Wolf is gonna be kind of interesting.
Your heroes are way cooler. Your heroes look way cooler. I mean, mine are the young princes, right? Like, yours are the seasoned veterans. Like, yeah, it's Haleth and Hama. Yeah, Hama's got a cool looking bow though. I do like his archer pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of mounted, which is like, well, sorry, let me rephrase that because I know I'm playing Rohan. I gotta be a fan of mounted. I'm not a big fan of mounted in this set because it's just kind of like nobody else is on horses. Like,
right.
It's almost like I wish they wouldn't have included it because it'd be easier to teach.
That's
right?
true, but
You don't have to do mounted rules and stuff.
it seems like all heroes have a mounted pose almost.
Yeah, it does seem like that. Yeah, in the game as a whole.
Like
Yeah,
I thought let me think of her name again. Hold on. Hera. Thank you. I thought she wasn't gonna have a mounted counterpart because they came out with like the Bride of Death version of her. And I was like, oh, that kind of goes with my people because I saw them coming out with more heroes for me. But then you got a horse, and I was like, well, where's my horse? Just give me a donkey for all I care. Give me something.
Wait, so Hera's on your team?
No, it's on your team. Sorry, I was saying when I saw her for your team, I was like, oh, that's okay because I have I think I get Freka is his name, which is another hero of that sold separately, but he doesn't have a way to ride. And I was like, oh, okay, so not everybody gets them mounted, but then
No, it's just you.
They're like, no, this is Rohirrim. We're gonna make sure we give her a horse. And I was like,
I mean, you're poor, and my guys are kings, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
we're poor.
You poor little dirty denlings.
All right, so here's the buildings.
Yeah, these are the Rohan houses. These are actually really cool kits. They're, I think, repackages. Most of the starter box train is always repackages for Middle Earth of like existing sets. Only real flaw I've seen with these is the thatch roofs where they have like the peaks off to the side. Every single YouTuber I've watched do these, where like there's these little ridges and stuff. They green stuff the connections because it just looks so out of place. But after that, I mean, they look great. Like these are pretty sweet little buildings. Like that's kind of the thing about it is I love the terrain. We just don't get enough of it to look impressive.
Right. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but you can take the roof off and put models inside the building, right?
Yeah, but nobody does that.
Okay. I didn't know if people do it, but
I'm sure they do.
You have the option too.
Are we ready for this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are we going too fast?
Well, flip it over. What's on the other side of that thing?
Picture.
Oh, the cover.
Yeah.
This awesome battle that you're like, I got 2 buildings. I mean,
oh my gosh, we're so negative. Nobody's gonna keep watching.
We're not negative. We have higher expectations. I'll say
these are the best minis we've gotten in Middle Earth in so long, and we're so negative. Oh my gosh, I do like
the miniatures are great. Don't get me wrong. Now you just want the terrain. When you think of it kind of like a kill team type of thing, they come out with the terrain for that, and that's a whole bunch, and then they come out with ours, and it's like, this Middle Earth, and you're like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, I guess that is a way to look at that. Is like, they kill team got like you have enough for a whole table.
Right.
This is not enough for a whole table. That's fair. It's a little bit bigger of a game board than Kill Team, but it's not so much bigger that we couldn't have got a little bit more. But I do want to point out something real quick. So these dice, they say Battle of Osgiliath.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of funny. There we go.
Well,
yeah, they're the
dice.
They're the repacked blue and red dice, which is super funny. But I love that GW is getting fancy on us. Every unboxing we've done is got GW with these black manila envelope kind of things. These dice are cool though. Like I'm not like I think these are better than just plain white dice. I would rather get these. So John, you can have the red ones.
Yay!
Unless you want the blue ones.
No, I'll take red. I'm evil now.
I
usually always play the good side. Now I'm the bad.
I like evil John. It's gonna be weird being good Drew.
I know. I'm gonna switch all my 40k to evil. Everything I'm gonna play is just the evil version.
You're gonna have to get the Night Lord's tattoo. He said,
I think I'll get some Chaos Space Marines first.
There you go. All right. I'm opening up the map now. So again, a nice little envelope. So I gotta say, dude, you're making me feel bad because I feel like we're just dogging this box.
We're not dogging. We just know GW can bring out better stuff, and why are they doing this?
Like this is trash. Like why? I don't want this fold out map. Like I'm honestly like when I pulled the cover picture, when I pulled this off, I was expecting to see the stock board like fold out kill team board.
Right. And like you put that on the table, your model, if it's not flat and you don't put stuff to hold it and it's bowed, your model's going to slide down. It's like, what the? What
Yeah,
is
I'm a
this?
little. This is okay. This is what I'm actually disappointed with this. Like, no, I mean for real. Like the building thing is whatever. Like honestly, like
the mat hurts
Kill
more.
Team Kill Team is the only game that they sell enough terrain for. Like 40K doesn't get a whole set of terrain with it either, and
This is
so
true. That's fair.
like, all right, whatever. But this is actually like, dude, I'm gonna rip this up and never use it. Like,
It's nostalgia, man. You know, we're going back
no,
to time. We're going
they
back to
didn't even do
when
this
we were
back in the day.
kids.
I would rather just not gotten this. Take $10 off the price of the box and don't put this in there.
You mean 50 cents?
Whatever.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah, that is something that
it's
it's just not
kinda,
going to be playable.
it's
Yeah,
hard to tell on the camera because I don't have good wide shots. So sorry everybody, because this is a lot bigger than a Kill Team board, so I can't really fold it all out on camera. But it does have objective markers or like spots in the middle of the map. But
okay.
yeah, that's a little disappointing.
All right. Well, I mean, that so far, we've had more positives than we've had little disappointments.
Yeah,
Now,
let's talk about. So tell me some positives, Johns. Let's rally this back.
okay,
You
okay.
can rally. You can rally.
So move what's on the screen right now and get right behind there where there's this beautiful book with this beautiful art on. Oh, darn you.
No. Before we get to the finale, what have we?
Oh, okay.
What are the pros that we've gotten? We need to do some pro cons here.
Okay, so I mean, even though we didn't get many buildings, which is our native, they are beautifully done buildings. Besides the few little things that need to be touched up, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, that's kind of
and
normal.
then the sculpts of the models are just amazing too. And
yeah,
it looks pretty straightforward to put them together, so you don't have to do too much. So I mean that's kind of the big one. And then
the cost of the box is good.
Yes,
right. It's just what you're really paying for.
Yeah.
So, all right. You got me. All right, we're regrouping. We're regrouping. All right, here we go. Next thing we're opening up is this rules packet. Rules packet.
I don't need no rules packet. I got a rule book.
No, we're gonna need this rules packet because our dumbasses are not gonna want to read that rule book. Okay, here we go.
Don't breathe.
Okay, I do love that this is just a stock piece of miniature games nowadays. That there's a quick reference guide and then there's a rule book guide, right? Like, I love this. This is everything to me. I will probably play with this until the edition changes. Like, I love this. And like, yeah, there's quick references: the shooting phase, fight phase, everything. The phases itself, like that still does use a more old school strength to defense chart, but at least we have the chart available, ready to go.
So I can tell you one thing I love already on this quick reference guide is that it actually tells you what page you can find in the rule book for more explanation if you really need it. So move see page 24.
Oh yeah, I see that in the title. Yeah, that's fair. That is really cool. That is a smart, and it does have the cavalry rules nicely ready to go here too, which is nice. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I do enjoy that. And then this is a scenario pack, which I know we got one of these for Warcrow as well, which R.I.P. Warcrow.
Like they're still coming out. Glorious Belly is still. It's just it's a company that probably brought out stuff sooner than they should have. They should have waited till they had more stuff ready.
Yeah, to not like, I guess, air dirty laundry or whatever, or like to change the. Oh, I do like this too. There's a little quick reference thing on the back of this as well. That's nice. To not like, change the direction of the episode real quick. The remark was just about the fact that we both have Warcrow stuff. We like Warcrow. We want to do the Warcrow like campaign that they have in the starter, but Warcrow kind of stopped doing stuff. Like, they just haven't had any major releases to excite us in a minute. So we're kind of waiting on the game to come out still.
Yeah, we got the beta version. We're waiting for the true 1.0 release.
Yeah, so we'll revisit Warcrow down the road. But Middle Earth didn't do that. Middle Earth came out with an existing 2, lore like supplements already, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and 2 new factions and rules for everything that's already out there. So we'll be willing to give this a try. I'm excited. I will definitely want to play through these scenarios with you, John, after we get our minis built.
I just need to go buy me a Samwise Gamgee that is just a model I carry with me. That way, whenever people say mean things, I'll be like, "You don't mean that.
You don't mean that." Oh my gosh, you're the worst. Oh my gosh. All right, well that's the box, everybody.
Yeah, let's just, hey, that thing that's in the middle there, that's nothing. Just throw that away.
Yeah, throw that away. It's worthless.
I'll come in your garbage later and see if I can find it.
I like how also like I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it, but I've opened the whole box upside down. Which honestly, that's not my fault though, because I opened the box
correct ways,
correctly,
which
and
is
then this. All right, so the book, everything was just put in backwards. That ain't on me. Then. All right, that ain't on me. So this is just the. I mean, this is also a staple for GW stuff. Just giving a 4 rule book in. We'll have to figure out who's going to get this, but I figure for a while here we're going to be playing only each other, so I'm not too worried about any of this. But this is a nice book. I'm a big fan of it. I like that it is Rohan themed. My man right there, Bilbo. But
Bilbo.
yeah, man, this is pretty cool. We've got all the core rules. Do we have any how to use the manual? That's kind of cool. Profiles, the rules. That's a really good extended edition scene with Faramir and Boromir talking. I love Faramir. He's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, this is awesome. There's Faramir right there. Yeah, when they did that Rangers of Gondor versus Mordor set, the last starter box, they did Osgiliath. Like, it was really hard to not want the Rangers of Gondor. Yeah, just because I love Faramir. Like, I wouldn't want to play Gondor as a whole, and that's why I think I split it with Isaac, and I was like, I'll take Mordor because I like the army as a whole more. But Faramir is just such a Chad. And they're really trying to prevent, and I overall like this, but it seems like they're trying to prevent mixed factions in the new edition. Like they're kind of like telling you what your army list is again. There's not a lot of alliances, which again, I think that's better. Like that's just kind of standard for war games nowadays. Like there's barely any alliances in any games. It just cleans up play.
It'll make it easier to balance, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's just nice.
I think it's better for it all. Narrative play.
Play. Whoa. Go back.
It's only one page.
That's a small narrative.
I mean, I guess before we even read any of this, I guess the reason for it is because the whole game is narrative play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you're kind of the whole game is narrative.
All right. Well,
hang on 1 second. In narrative play, the good side is always considered to have rolled priority for the first turn.
Well, that's bullshit. I might ambush you.
Well, sucks to be you.
Damn. Good side always getting the good shit. Okay, go fine, But the bad side gets, double the amount of models. So good. Balanced. I'm just kidding. I don't know. All right. I do love the picture on the narrative play.
Yeah, that is a good one. Match play. We'll have to look at the match play sometime down the road. Not very many match play, but there's scenarios. Yeah, this is cool, man. I'm a big fan. I'm loving it. So
hopefully over this break, we can sit down and we can paint our models and get them all.
You think I'm actually gonna have a break? Like I still work.
Wow. Okay. We all work, but I meant like we all work. We're taking a break from doing a lot of mainstream stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we get to have a little bit more time, and maybe we can spend that time to get our models caught up. I know I need to get caught up on we're talking about a GT in the future and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, I need to spruce up some models, get ready.
Yeah, doing that event in February that got posted up.
Yeah,
is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I've got a Night Lord's army. I'm probably going to end up taking knights to that event because I doubt I get my Night Lord army to the level I want it by February. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff going on in the future for John and I both. Like we're trying to push 40K again at the store, doing a combat patrol league, doing some tournaments. We're wanting to start doing tournaments. I want to personally do some more Age of Sigmar, Lord of the Rings. I want to try and see, how Lord of the Rings can get. Infinity N5 is actually supposed to drop Monday, I believe.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
I think that's what somebody said. So yeah, we'll see what actually happens, but I'm excited for that. Like, it's a great time to be gaming, right? The biggest challenge is going to be finding the time.
Yeah, it's just
because
carving out. We're trying to get at all these games. It's carving out the time to paint up the models to a standard we like to sit down and play.
Like, I may only end up playing Rohan for a while just because I won't have time to paint a second army. So, because like I'm wanting to do a Night Lord's army, an Eldar army, a Rohan army, a Skaven army, update my combined army for Infinity, and then paint some Halo guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to, let's see, I want to do Harley Quinns, get them painted up for Kill Team, and use them for a while. I need to finish up some Dark Angels, and finish up some Ultramarines for the GT and some other events. And then on the side note, what armies am I also trying to get? I'm in 5, of course, Panotia. I'm going to have to paint them up.
Yep,
whenever
see
that
where
box
things are at.
comes out.
Yep, I think you have to reread the Discord. I think Mike said they were coming in like soon, like this week. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah, can't wait. Well,
let's
give a great unboxing.
Yeah, I think this is like, sorry, if the listeners, we may not have sounded like super hyped up, and we might have been a little naggy, but like we're a lot more excited about this than meets the eye.
We
at the worst case scenario, it's a cool box set of like models I'll be happy to have. Like, even if we don't end up playing the game die hard, like I'm not going to be upset about having some really cool Rohan models.
I'm gonna paint mine up, and then I'm gonna go dress up as one of the heroes. And
you just look like a Dundling all the time, John.
That's right.
Yeah, you're already dressed up.
That's right. I can sit there and look like him and just be like, oh, we're doing this narrative style right now.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my gosh. Well, let's John, let's give it a grade here on like a S through, don't play it or don't buy it. Where would you be at? We gave, I think, what did we give the Kill Team box? Did we give it a B plus? I think.
Yeah, I think we gave it a B plus.
So we gave it a B plus. Where are we at with this Middle Earth box?
Oh,
and why?
I'm going to give it. I'm gonna be not too much. I'm gonna say B still, and the B to me, the maroon. I want to give it an A. The B to me is just because of the mat. The mat itself is what brings it down.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'd give it like a B plus. I think I'm with you there. Like it's the standard. If it did have the cardboard, better mat, I'd have definitely been like, cool. Let's give it an A. I'm with you there. Like, what's up?
No, I'm saying yeah. I agree with you on that.
Like we're getting like, if you try to compare to the Kill Team box, you're gonna struggle because it is way more minis than the Kill Team box, and the minis are just as good or better than the Kill Team minis. And the terrain, like, so we're not getting as much terrain, but you're getting as much plastic as you would in the Kill Team box, just in different ways, right? You're not getting as much terrain, but you're getting more, models. So it's like it kind of evens out, and they're all really good quality.
Right. That's what I was considering. Is I was like, okay, yeah, you get less terrain, you get a couple of fences, but we are getting, your army and my army. So I was like, I'm going to even that out.
Yeah.
And I was like, we get a nice rule book.
It's 56 minis.
Right. 56 minis. Okay. You get the quick guide, you get the rule book.
Yeah.
The dice and all that. I was like, okay, this is all getting it up there. And it's boxed so it's not, terrible to put back together. You were able to close the box and, didn't struggle to close the box again, which sometimes that is a gripe of mine, but you can close the box again. But then the big thing is just the mat, that's it. It's never going to be as flat as what you see on the back of this.
Yeah. I think the only way I would ever get it to be, and I might do this if you don't care about it, I might get it laminated.
Oh yeah. Well, you go ahead.
I don't know. I'll think about it, but that's the only way I can think of. This and the Halo mat both had this problem. So I'd say B for buy. I think this is like, I think if you wanted to try this game out, I think you should buy this box. Like, this is definitely, this is one of the better boxes. I think an A box is going to be like, I think if just to give an example of what an A level box would be, I would say an A level box would be the edition launch boxes they do for like 40K. So Leviathan, or what was the one they did for 9th edition? It was like the Necron versus.
Oh yeah, what was that? I'm trying to remember too.
But those box sets, I mean, they have 1,000 points for each army in those boxes, plus rules, plus tokens, plus dice. You're getting so many minis in those box sets, or like even the Skaventide box, right? Like the Skaventide box is like a little bit more than this box was, like, and you're getting twice as many minis. Like, you're getting so many minis.
The Skaven minis was just ridiculous. So what was it, like 50 minis for Skaven?
It's 50 minis, and then it was like 20 something for
Stormcast.
Plus you're getting terrain. Plus you're getting the way more detailed range ruler, like the one that had the rats and stuff on it. Like, there are so many like upgraded little pieces. That is an A tier box.
Yes.
To me,
that
like
is an
that
A
is
tier.
That's an A. S
Maybe
tier.
S.
Yeah, honestly, like we may need to do an episode on just grading boxes, because that might even be S. You're right.
Yeah.
Maybe that is S. And but if that's S, then what is A? I would say something like the Judgment box is A.
Judgment box is definitely an A. That is worth every buck. I mean, it's $300 worth of product that you're getting for $100 something. I
mean, heck, it's probably even S. Just because, like, even though it's not as flashy as a Leviathan box, you're not getting as much as a Leviathan box. You're not paying. You're paying a third of the price, and you're getting more for that cost.
Yeah, I'd have to sit down and like we're gonna have to do an episode of this now.
I think we're gonna have to do an episode. Yeah,
but this is a B to buy. I'm gonna say again, so people, don't sleep on this. This thing looks great. The game looks great. It, get on the hype of Lord of the Rings. Watch the whole trilogy as you play it.
I kind of think that B is like, to help people maybe again understand B. I kind of look at B as like, this is the standard. B is the gatekeeper, right? Everything needs to be at least B. This is the standard that all miniature wargame box sets need to be,
right?
Like, and this passes that, right? It didn't do enough to really make me go, whoa, this box is so much way crazier, better. Like, it didn't do anything for that. Like, the one big hype about it is that the minis are updated minis, and Middle Earth has struggled with that. So that is a lot helping it. But at the end of the day, from like a standard, those minis are just the standard. They're great for Middle Earth, but compared to everything else, they're just now the standard.
Right.
So this is just B for buy, because it's just a good all-around box to try the game out.
Well, so
I think that's it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, John, anything else to say before we let the folks here go put in their orders and buy this this box set? Now that we've convinced them.
No, just hope everybody enjoys it. Can't wait to get our first game in. So
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, cool deal. Thanks everybody. Keep on gobbling up those adventures. Bye.
See ya.